Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems for GRE out of this book here, practicing to take the GRE general test, the 10th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you're going to find on page number 302 out of the 10th edition that I just showed you. Page 302, quantitative comparison question. That's what QC stands for, quantitative comparison. Question number 11. Let's take a look at it. These questions are called, well, this is something that I usually do that I forgot to do just now. So let me take care of it right now before I go on. Before I get going, let me take care of certain ritual that I go through, which I forgot to do ahead of time before I started the camera, so I'm going to do it now. The QC stands for quantitative These questions are not called quantitative computation, a very simple thing that a lot of people tend to forget during the exam, and they end up doing a lot of unnecessary computations. You're not asked to compute the two things that you see in the two columns. You are asked merely to compare them, which are two entirely different assignments. And people forget that and they start computing everything. So they are not called quantitative computation. So that's why I write down the word computation. And then I cross it out for emphasis. These are called quantitative comparison. So let's take care of it. Question number 11. It says the height of a right circular cylinder C. I do not know why they have this uncontrollable urge to christen the cylinder. They're calling it cylinder C. You have my permission hereby to call it D or A or B as you wish, or call it monkey or a donkey or chimpanzee, I don't care. They're giving it the name C, which is completely useless. Don't worry about letter C, it has no significance. We have a right circular cylinder, that's the important part. First of all, what does it mean, a right circular cylinder? Again, a right circular cylinder is a very nerdy, very annoying, very obnoxious way of saying a cylinder. That's all, it's a cylinder. A right circular cylinder, because on the top it's a circle, it's not an oval, and it's a right circular cylinder because cylinder is not like this. But how many times you see something bloody, something awful as this? When we talk about a cylinder, we talk about something like this. A right, which means it's a right angle, and it's a circular on the top, and it's a cylinder. Which is why most ordinary people will simply refer to that as a cylinder. So we have a cylinder. What do we know about this cylinder? We know that the height of this cylinder that we're talking about is 3 times the diameter. All right. So the height of this guy, let's call it the H. The height of this thing is 3 times the diameter, which is this part right here, from here to here. It's 3 times the diameter. This thing is D, which is same as the top part. What is it that they want you to compare? They want you to compare the circumference of the base of C, which of course is the same circumference that you're going to find on the top, because the opening, the cylindrical opening that you see on the top is the exact same cylindrical base, not the cylindrical opening rather, I mean to say the circular opening. The circular opening that you're going to see on the top is the exact same circle that you're going to have at the bottom as the base of the cylinder. So anyway, we are told that we are asked to compare the height of this box versus, sorry, we are asked to compare the circumference of the base of this cylinder. So circumference we know, circumference is 2 times pi times r. I hope you know that. This is our column A. 2 times pi times r. But we also know that 2 times r is your diameter. Diameter is simply 2 times r. So let's put it in here. 2 times r. In other words, circumference is 2 times pi times r, which of course is same as pi times the diameter. That is the circumference of the cylinder, which is what we have in column A. In column 2, we have the height, which we just figured out here. We are told that the height is 3 times the diameter. Height is 3 times the diameter. Let's put it here. This is our column B. We are told that the height is 3 times the diameter. So they want you to compare the circumference in one column versus the height. In other words, they want you to compare, let me see if I can find a decent color that you can see in a different color, so I can circle the two quantity. They want you to compare the circumference of the circle, which is pi times d, versus the height of this thing, which is 3 times d. I'm going to put them here separately so that we can talk about it easily. Pi times d versus 3 times d. Now I'm going to digress here for a second, and if you don't know what digress means, look it up and look it up. Not look it up and look it up. Look it up and learn it. Let me digress for a second, which means to go off a topic. If I ask you which quantity is bigger, 3,749 times 3 or 3,749 times 5, if I ask you which quantity is bigger, and if you were silly enough, even though I have better adjective that comes to my mind right now, but I'm going to stick with the word silly. If you're silly enough to actually calculate this bloody thing, 3,749 times 3, figure it out what that is, and then figure out what is 3,749 times 5, and then proudly announce me that this is bigger than this, well, that's your problem. That is your problem, because these are called quantitative comparison, not computation. What you have to realize is that since this quantity appears in both columns, it plays no role. In other words, of course 5 is going to be more than 3. That's all. 3 times some quantity versus 5 times same quantity, well, that's going to be bigger than 3 times the same quantity. Same thing is going on here. Since I see the diameter in both cases, even though I do not know what diameter is, we do not need to know that, which is why people miss this question, because they, for some strange reason, feel that we need to know the diameters. We don't need to know because it appears in both columns. So if I were to divide both columns by d, this d will disappear. You see? And now I'm going to do the same thing without showing the intermediate childish step. So I'm going to show you again one more time as to how to divide both columns by d. If I were to divide both columns by d, this table will cancel and this table will cancel. And now all you have to tell me is which quantity is bigger, the pi or the 3. This is my pi. I know it looks weird. I know people don't like it. But this is pi versus d. And we know a pi is more than 3. Don't sit there and tell me it's 3.14. I did not ask you for that. All I care about is the fact that pi, whatever the hell it is more than 3. And since this is 3, the answer is 8. That's it. That's it. We're done. That was the end of that story. That is all she wrote. Yes, that's it. I hope you found it helpful. If you wish to get hold of me for personal private tutoring, I do face-to-face tutoring. I also tutor through the internet, through Skype, and I also do tutoring, quite a bit of tutoring that I do over the telephone. Try it out and see how you like it. I know it's some strange concept for some people to be tutored over a phone, but it does work. Try it, as I said, try it out and go from there. Well, anyway, if you need to get hold of me because you need any kind of help at all in your preparation for GRE, or for that matter GMAT or SAT, I don't know why you'd be watching this video then, but anyway, if you need help, please go to my website at www.prep4gre.com and send me an email, alright? Or you can also go to www.KeshwaniPrep.com and send me an email. Okay, thanks.